This is the Cats and Pudding Podcast. A melting pot of pudding. And now, here's Jen.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's episodes of Cat and Pudding. And today, oh my God, do I have one of my favorite people here. That is my guest interviewer.
Jen, we get along really, really well together.
The minute we met each other.
It's like ping pong me. I like it.
I love it. You did a great job today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is interview number 4 for us today.
I know it is.
We did great. Well, like Wonder Twin
and
Powers.
I only peed once.
But I didn't pee at all. I've been holding it since, so. This will be a really good interview, this one. And my special guest today, we have a wonderful guest. I love her. She's wonderful. I mean, you are. You're great.
Aw, thank you.
Briella Tomassetti. And I always butcher everybody's last name.
You did it. You got it.
And I did great, right? Did I do good?
You did awesome.
I'm
Don't
so
even start
happy.
about peeing because that's my life every morning. And sitting in the car and holding it in, and I'm like, all right, where's the nearest bathroom? Is it going to be a blowout, or I've got the bathrooms in the city down pat.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you do. You drive?
No, well, I go in the car with photographers
Yeah,
and
of
whatnot.
course,
and-
of
all over the
course,
place.
yeah.
So Briella works for Fox News. Oh, we love her. She's a great commentator, so you're wonderful at what you do.
Oh, thank you.
You are.
Took a lot of practice, a lot of mess ups.
Yep.
But for people who don't know me, it's Channel 5, so it's not Fox News, which is on 6th Avenue.
Right.
We have our own little branch, our office, and we're on 67th Street. We just do the local news. I do the crime, the politics, what trial's happening, and all the good stuff.
I
Every
love
now
it.
and then, something fun.
I love that.
That's good. And how did you get into this? Were you always into the
It's funny, when
media?
I was younger, I used to sing and play the piano, and I started off at acting school when I was 7, and then pursued it, sang at a lot of local shows, did Kenny Rogers' Christmas show.
Oh,
I love Kenny
I know, rest in
Rogers.
peace, legend.
Islands in
And
the
his
street.
family was so great.
That
I mean,
is
so
what we are.
welcoming.
Yeah.
So I won a talent show. I won 3rd place. So the first, second, and 3rd place winners got to do the Christmas show with him.
Wow.
And he was at, I think it was the Old Westbury Theater out on Long Island. I sang with Styx and Kansas.
Sticks.
But
Oh my God, what a great.
I opened for them at a couple of their shows. So little things here and there
Yeah.
got my feet wet. And then as I got older, I actually started working with a producer in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. And I put a little EP together.
Right.
Because when I was younger, you're at this age, 7, 8, 9 years old, and they're like, you can do Broadway. And my mom would drag me to the city
Oh,
on these
Jesus.
auditions, and I'm like,
Oh,
I hate
boy.
this.
You didn't
Yeah.
like it.
I wasn't
It
a
for
Broadway
you.
singer. Even when I started playing piano,
Right.
which I did because another girl in my class played, and I said,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be better than her, so I want to play. She quit. She started playing tennis.
And
And I stayed. I was like, I like this.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Good for
wonderful.
you. Do you still
But
play now?
Yeah, so I still play. I mean, I can read music still. I play by ear. I have the keyboard at my house. The piano is at my home.
Wow.
But Broadway's a whole different
It
animal.
is, it is. And I was
It's a
just like, I
different
remember
animal.
handing the piano teacher, she's trying to teach me, you've got to get your technique, of course.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of classical music. And I remember I picked up with my mom, Mariah Carey, We Belong Together sheet music, and I handed it to her.
Yeah,
I want
what a
pop,
great song.
I want R&B. And
Was she supportive?
yeah, oh yeah.
love that.
She's like,
Great.
listen, I'm your teacher. You're going to play
Yeah.
whatever you want to
Aw.
play.
Yeah.
And then I started listening to like Etta James and Stevie Wonder, Aretha Franklin, and like Billie Holiday. I'm like,
Oh,
I feel
Billie
like
Holiday's
I'm
excellent.
old,
She's
an old
great.
soul in a little kid's body.
Yeah. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking.
Now?
Yeah.
31.
So you're a baby. You're
She's
a
a
baby.
baby.
I have shoes older
But what
than
a
you.
personality.
I love her dearly.
a
She's great.
personality.
I met
She's
her.
made for the
She
news.
I just loved her. I fell in love with her the minute I met her. She's wonderful. My mom played classical music.
Oh,
you
get
know,
out.
I come from this.
You've got to learn that. You've got to learn the
You
basics.
do.
yeah.
I'm come from a
Scales and get
typical
fast.
Italian family that you wouldn't think that you'd walk into the house. You'd be thinking like you're just gonna smell sauce when you
No,
walk
it's
into
like,
this
what's
house.
for dinner? Yeah.
And all of a sudden you come in and my mother's playing Chopin on her baby
No
grand
way.
piano. Yeah,
Wow.
My mother had a lot of luxuries because my grandma and grandpa, my nono, they only had one child. So my grandmother worked. She was a fashion designer, which was totally, that didn't happen in those
Never.
days. Yeah. She worked for Henry Bendel. She worked for Ole Cassini.
Oh, wow.
So and she's just started sewing. She had no education, 9 kids in her family, and no education. And she just loved to sew. And she started as a seamstress. So my mother got a lot of the luxuries. And she started playing. She played classical music, so I would come home from school and as my mother would be playing.
love that.
outlet.
Yeah.
It is.
Really, really nice.
It's beautiful.
anyway, I feel like I skipped the question you asked me, but that was like the precursor. Then as I got older and I started coming to the city to meet producers, they were like, if you want to do music, that's great, but you've got a small chance of making it big. Go to college and pursue something.
That's it.
So I stayed in school. I did a cappella. I ended up going to the University of Delaware, majored in communication, picked up the Italian minor just because it was
Easy.
a no-brainer.
Do you speak now?
I speak, yeah. My dad was born in Abruzzo, so he's fluent, obviously. He moved here when he was a baby. The problem is they didn't speak as much in the house.
Right.
Just what we were talking
Just what
about
we were
earlier.
talking about.
So I had to
last
learn it in
guest.
school, and it's very formal Italian.
Yeah, it's formal.
Oh, bravo.
Italian.
Good.
Yeah.
Io provo.
Bravo.
I've been saying that's my bucket. I have to learn. And now I'm around so many people that are my friends that speak.
You've got an expert in the room.
Right, I got an expert in the
It would
room.
be formal. If
Right.
you learned it now, it probably would be formal.
That's how you would learn it,
Yeah.
formal, and then you'd pick up probably the
your own
dialect.
dialect,
Right,
yeah.
your
There are
own
so many
dialect.
different tenses that aren't even used that much. Passato,
Yeah.
remoto, conditional. I would do this, and
Right.
it's like you've got to eventually learn to not put it in your head theoretically. It's just got to come out.
It's right.
Yeah.
It's just got.
And that sometimes is I'm very, A, B, and C has to be put together, and you don't always have
Yeah.
to think logically. They're just happy over there. You say 2 words to them, you can speak. They're like, oh my God, the Americans in
Yeah,
town.
yeah.
But you know what's funny? My son-in-law, they're from Palermo. They're from Sicily, but there's Sicilians that came over like in the 40s. They're Sicilian. They still kept the roots of their Sicilian, and now when they go back to Sicily, for some reason now there's not that dialect Sicilian anymore. Now
Oh,
it's like
there's
more
not?
proper Italian because a lot of people moved into
A lot of the
Sicily.
big cities, and I remember the first
Yeah.
time I went to Rome when we flew in when I was 7. Now my family is in a town like an hour and a half, 2-hour drive away toward the Adriatic coast, up in the mountains. Maybe 100 people
okay.
left up there. Very isolated. But the first year I went, I relied on my father to speak Italian and translate in English, and we just ran around. Now you go back, everybody in the big cities knows some English.
Yeah.
so
They
you
do.
can easily get by.
Yeah. I can't. Well, we're going back to. I'm going back to Italy now for my 5th time. I can't wait to go with my buddy over there. She's sitting over there. I wish she
Oh, I
would
didn't
come on
know.
and talk to us.
I didn't
but
know there was
Not today.
just a little girls' trip happening.
Yeah. Well,
that's
she's going. She's going to. She's doing a food tour, so I can't wait to go.
Oh,
I'm
beautiful.
excited.
Oh.
My friend Miss Rosella.
Sounds very
So we're
fun.
excited. So I was asked to be like, I guess I don't know if I'm a chaperone or a help. I said
So
I'm
you're
working
the
for you.
sous
Jump
chef.
in the suitcase no matter
That's
what.
it.
the
I'm
sous
going.
chef.
I'm the whatever it is. Tell me
You're
what
the
to
sous
do.
chef.
I'll do it for
She's
you. I
having
don't
you
care.
cutting onions.
That's it. I'll cut onions. I'll
garlic.
carry suitcases. I'll do whatever you need to do if I could come. So I'm excited because I've never been to Sicily before.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like
hear it's
that's
beautiful. I've never
yeah.
been.
So I'm excited to go there. So that's great. And it's like, so do you go to Italy a lot with your dad?
Yeah, so my mom, my dad, I have 2 siblings. One lives in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
She is 27. My brother is 22. And he's the baby. He's still at home.
You're so cute when you talk about your brother.
We're very close.
Yes.
My sister's like the odd one out. She picked up, she's like, screw
It's
you
like,
guys,
see you
I'm going to
later.
Florida. She has her dog. She's
There's
actually
always
going
one.
Yeah, she's going to Europe for the next 2 weeks. She came to New York, dropped the dog off. She's like, all right.
Sayonara.
Good for her.
Sayonara. See you later, guys.
Yeah, the free spirit
Yeah.
one.
And she's in a neurosurgery physician assistant.
What?
She's a tiny little girl, my
Wow.
height, 5 foot tall, and
Good for
she's helping
her.
with like brain surgeries. But she
Oh,
got a
God
new job
bless
and she
her.
works online now. So she's taking advantage.
Good for
Now,
her.
hey, I
bless
can
her.
do things. I can bring the laptop.
Yeah.
Not everybody has that luxury.
Yep, they do
So-
that. Not everybody does. So
But me
right.
and my brother have my dad's personality. Always
Aw.
joking, always laughing. My mom and my sister are a little more alike. A
Little
more
serious.
A little more reserved. If
Reserved.
you make a joke, my mom will be like, you know what, Dominic, to my dad, and shoot one back at him. And
Yeah.
It's not funny.
That's nice. So does your dad ever come with you on location and watch you when you're working?
There was one time that we did a Halloween shoot. So we do this really fun Halloween skit. It's themed every year. I think it was 2022 maybe when I first started on the morning show. And we did it Top Gun themed. I
Oh,
believe.
that's
That's
fun.
great.
Maverick.
Oh my god.
And Ryan Christopher, our entertainment
Goose.
reporter, who always is at Fresco DJing.
Oh, I love him. He's
His
so-
little
he's the
part-time
best.
gig. He said, Briella, I wrote this skit where you're playing the piano. I said, well, I've got to do it. I've got to do it up. He's like, no, just get like a cheap little keyboard. We'll pretend. I said, no. Called my dad, get the keyboard. We're
No.
bringing it to the bar across the
Wow.
street from Fox. I'm going to play the piano because you got to do it big or go home.
Oh.
So I played Native New Yorker on
I
the
love
piano
that.
while everyone else sang and did a cheers.
Love it.
It was really fun.
Oh, that's so much
So that was
fun.
the first time your father was on.
So he met everyone there at the bar. I mean, pre-COVID, anyone could come into the studio
Sure.
and tour it. It's a little different now.
Yeah.
Procedures are different.
Yeah.
But it's always a fun, interesting time in there
Yeah.
with the morning crew. I'm outside a lot, so the days that I get to be inside, I get to see everyone, but it's really just, get there, write the story, out the door.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's unfortunately when you're in college and you're picking up things like this, communications
Yeah.
degree, you're taking these classes, you don't learn. It's just like one of those careers on paper, you need a degree, but you don't learn until
No.
you're in
You're
the
on
mix.
set.
No,
Yeah.
it's like being in the
That's it.
medical field too. You learn the didactics. It's nothing like what you go when you go
No.
into a hospital. Nothing.
No.
It's it. You're learning on
Everything in
paper. It's doing
paper,
theory.
scripted
It's just
theory, right? Okay, you
That's
ace an
it.
exam. What happens when it's applied in real life?
Right.
And there's a patient that has a problem that
Exactly.
you haven't addressed on paper in
No.
a test.
Or
Yeah.
or you have to think on your feet and say, hey, this is what has to be done. It's this it's the same thing. With
I
most
give you
a
credit,
lot
I
of
scare
careers
you.
are like
I pass out even when I get my blood drawn. So
Oh, God.
Oh,
and I love
Jesus.
medicine too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's really it's interesting to me, but I'm
I
like,
mean,
just
I
let me
feel
all the
like
way back.
I feel like now myself, like I'm in like this trivial career, like now because I do Botox and fillers, obviously,
And everyone
I'm not
jumped
like
on it.
I'm not saving people's lives, I
Yeah.
feel like, but when I have my patients come in and say to me, Jen, you made me feel so much better.
Oh, absolutely.
I was going through cancer, and I didn't feel good about myself, and then they tell me how much that they appreciate that they feel and look better. Then that makes me. I feel happy that I did that
What
for
makes
them.
the job worthwhile?
Yeah,
whether
so
it's
people-
whether
It
it's
does.
injecting, whether
Yeah.
it's you're a heart surgeon.
Yeah.
I miss in the morning it's a lot of hard news and hustle and bustle, but the feel good stories you can do about
Do
a
you
little
like
kid's,
that?
of course,
Yeah, of
that you
course.
can really craft
Yeah.
your story, write the story, and do something for a family, a kid raising money, a lemonade stand for cancer.
Yeah.
There's a little girl I met at a restaurant a few weeks ago, 9 years old, and the chef said, "Oh yeah, like bring her over." In Contro by Rocco.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
On the Upper East Side. He said, "You got to see this kid. She's got to be on TV."
Yeah.
And she's showing me her videos on her Instagram. Not a big following yet, but the
Amazing
future this
kid.
girl
Personality.
has. She's cooking a
Really?
bronzino with a chef's knife.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
And I'm like, we
I
got to
think
get
I
this girl.
saw this little girl.
Stephanie is
Ste-
her name. Stephanie.
Yeah,
oh my
I
gosh.
think I
And the
saw her.
personality. She came right up to me, shook my hands. I'd love to be on TV. That sounds great.
Wow.
I said, oh my gosh, Rosanna would love this.
Yeah, she would.
I got to send her the video. I'm like, we got to get this girl on and just make, and then her father came up to me and talking about how he used to cook and he had to close down the restaurant during COVID. There's a lot of background behind a story like that
Yeah.
that really makes not only the little girl, but her whole family feel special.
But yeah.
And it's a rich story that
Yeah.
I love
you can
that.
I
sit
love
outside
that.
and cover trials every day and P. Diddy, but
That's it.
when you're
What,
when you're
guilty
making
or
a
not
difference-
guilty?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you
God.
ever go
Depends.
back, Briella, and do a nice follow-up?
Sure, you can.
Yeah, I love that.
See what's up, years later or months later. People message me that I've interviewed years ago. And they're
Yeah.
like, how are you? I've got this story pitch.
Yeah.
And you take a look, and sometimes, the reality is you can't cover everything.
Everything,
Of
of
course,
course
yeah.
not. No, and you write your own stories too,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
and you go out and find the stories yourself.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, if the station has a good idea and they say, listen, Briella's really into music, maybe she would want to do this.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you put a lot of creative input, I'm sure, into
Yeah,
what
if
you're
there's something
doing.
I'm interested in. then
As
it's-
it should be.
Of
right?
course, because
Yeah.
how are you going to make it your own
Yeah.
and make it work if
There
you're
was a
in
little segment I had started, and I started getting busy with a lot of the morning, the trials and the hard news that it's not technically on hold. I can pursue it, but I've got to put a little bit of my own time into it,
Yeah.
which takes work. It's called Backstage with Briella, and I was looking for all these local
I like
musicians and talent across the city, the tri-state region, Long Island, and a different genre. One day R&B, a country artist, or a young girl who was on
She
The
could be
Voice.
finding so many new
You could be finding talent.
Yeah,
like you
because
could
how do you
be.
get yourself out there? All these people do open mic nights, and
You could be the new
not, they're not getting
Simon.
paid. They're
I like this.
busting
I
ass.
love it.
I like
You
where
know,
No,
that's
it's
going.
good. I
Yeah.
like that you could give somebody a chance that
I
they
hope
never
that
got.
comes back.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
some more of them. It's hard in the winter too. It's like the whole winter I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go work, go home, and crawl in bed. Now I've got the oomph again.
Of course. It's
When
the
that
summer.
sun is
iguana.
out and the heat is on, it's like, when you're wearing a tank top and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Anyone else last week, I was like, it wasn't that bad. I liked the heat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have air conditioning, it's not like that in Italy.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love
But
it.
That's crazy.
Look at the
I
winter
know.
that we had. Forget about it.
You know what? I'm not complaining because it was freezing on Memorial Day. There was 60 degrees.
Oh, I saw your video.
You saw my
posted.
video?
Oh my
That was
God,
so
she had a
funny.
hat and gloves on.
I had my hat, my gloves. I said, I went upstairs. My kid's like, what are you doing, Mom? I go, I'm posting a video. I put on my biggest coat, my hat, I'm like, this is ridiculous. I just did it because it was so ridiculous. It
And then
was so cold.
sometimes in the mornings, the temperature is low, and then it picks up during the day. I'll sit in the car, and the photographers have the AC on, so I'll bring a little jacket. I'll bring a pillow in there, and I'm like, I gotta
That's
get
it.
comfortable. I'm
I
cold.
know.
They're like, it's gonna be 80 degrees out. It's
But I
freezing.
I don't like the cold. I really don't. I don't. I'm
Turn into a
I'm
different person.
No, I hate
Listen,
the cold.
we're in Jersey, baby. Well, we're in New York.
We're in New York.
Right across
Sorry.
the river.
It's all right.
I'm a
We'll
Jersey
forgive you
girl.
that. We'll forgive you that you're from Jersey,
Yeah.
Nicole. It's okay. We'll forgive you. We'll
I get the
we'll
best
give
of
you a
everything.
pass.
Such a competition, and I never know why
I
it
got New
exists.
York. I have the shore.
Uh-huh.
Atlantic City. I got everything.
Yeah, but it's just never.
I got
gonna be
Newark.
New York
Forget
again.
about it.
And it's like I'm from Long Island, born in Queens, raised on Long Island, but everyone is like, "Oh, well, you're a Long Island girl," and that's what
Yes.
people, you're
Oh,
a Jersey
yes.
girl. You're
Exactly.
What is? We're all
That's
New
it.
Yorkers, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's always been
I
like
love
that
it.
thing.
Yeah.
The Queens, Brooklyn, the
Yeah.
Bronx, Long
We're
Island.
territorial.
It's very territorial.
You
it's
gotta
crazy.
have pride, be proud where you came from, your roots, your family, and go back to those neighborhoods, see how they've changed over time.
Yeah, I love seeing
It's
that.
crazy, And they have changed. We
we
were
were
just
just
saying,
talking about it.
yeah, that how they gentrified. Like our accent is dying. Like my accent is dying.
Yeah.
Everybody's more gentrified now.
Yeah.
Like you still have a New York accent, but it's
it comes
not
out
as hard.
Sometimes, yeah.
It's not
and
as
going
hard.
away to Delaware doesn't help you keep a New York accent. You're talking to everyone. Everyone around you is from Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Say like phone, home,
Phone.
phone.
Dude, or
Yeah.
Boston, pack, my cat.
Different
Yeah.
accents.
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, I gotta just neutralize it. I don't even realize sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh wow, it's not that heavy anymore.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
But it comes out. It does come out. I mean,
Yeah.
we're hanging out at Fresco's,
yeah.
right? Hanging
I
out.
need coffee right now.
I need some coffee, Jay. I need some coffee. No, but it's cool. And you know what? I love that we have that little crew of us that we hang out and we
Yeah.
go to Fresco.
You guys
and
got a
chill
nice
out.
little crew there.
Yeah, it is.
squad.
It's cute.
Nice.
It's cute. We have fun.
Wish
We
I
have
was in
fun.
the city more.
We have fun when we are there. And
Yeah, and sometimes it's like telepathy. You don't have to call anyone.
No.
Everyone just shows up,
I
and everyone
love
knows
that.
when we're gonna be there.
and we just wind up
That's
there.
it. Everyone winds
It's
up
like
there
Cheers.
together.
It's like everybody knows your name.
And the bar
somebody
is
you're gonna
this
see.
big.
Yeah, the bar is tiny.
The bar's that big.
But we go there because when Ryan DJs, it's
Sure.
great.
Uh-huh.
It's just fun. It's just but it's funny because it's like you get there at happy hour, it's packed, and then boom, 9:30, that's it.
It's
Yeah.
gone.
It's
I
done.
know.
But because you know what, everybody comes out after work. That's it. It's like
Yeah.
that's the spot
Part
to
of the
go
neighborhood.
right after work. You know, that's
and then
right.
there's like a little game I play because you start drinking and you don't eat.
Yeah.
So you're either going
Oh,
to drink on an empty
Jesus.
stomach and have a night, or last time I was there, I'm like, I gotta get food in my stomach. I drank.
Yeah.
I downed a bowl of pasta in maybe like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
I was so full. I said, I don't know what to do except Irish exit, and I took off.
Right,
You guys
you
were like,
walked
Are you
out.
okay?
What
I'm like,
happened to Briella?
I can't move. So it's like, which do I do?
Yeah.
How do I keep it? How do I keep it in the middle here?
I think you got to eat a little bit
little
first
bit.
and then start having a couple
yeah,
drinks.
Walk away, come back.
Right.
Like, oh, the
Love
pasta's
it.
still here.
Dance a little bit,
Is
come
that what
back.
you always get there, the pasta?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they got a
Depends what you're
great menu.
craving.
It's a great
menu.
menu.
And our friend is going to be having a little gathering there on July 11th.
Oh, mark my
Miss
calendar.
Rosella and her mom will be
There'll
there.
be another meatball competition.
I hope
that'll be
so. We don't
nice.
know what we're gonna have there, but we're gonna see. But it's gonna be a fun night. And
Awesome.
of course, for all of us
Yeah.
to be
Great.
our little crew, which we have,
Love
which
it.
is nice, right?
Absolutely.
And that's how I met you.
Yeah.
And you're just like I said. I loved you
She's
the minute.
adorable.
She's adorable. Look at her. How
I
can you
can-
not love her?
I'll say the one thing about me is I'll walk into a bar by myself and make friends.
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the same
I
way.
like. Do you ever like going out to eat by yourself?
Yes,
Because-
I go to the diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to the
Yesterday, I
diner
got dinner
by
alone.
myself.
I was like, I just want like pasta and an Aperol spritz and to just
to chill
digest.
and just
Yeah.
digest your day.
I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to anyone. I don't want people to say like,
She's
"Oh,
an
you're
old
going
soul.
home already," or "You want to go here after."
Yeah.
I want to eat. I want to go home when I want, and that's
And that's it.
and enjoy my meal. It was
Anybody
really
in your
beautiful.
life?
Yeah, you know my boyfriends.
Joe, we were dancing with
shit,
Tim.
I forgot it was him. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
I forgot it was Joe.
He's a great guy. He's a
That's
great
right.
guy. We always have fun with Joe.
Yeah,
He's
not,
fun.
Not going to go into it on the podcast though.
No,
It's
you don't have to go.
private
But yeah,
stuff.
we don't.
No,
have to.
that's
But
fine.
he's a nice. But
Any
he's a nice
pets?
Pets, Chester, my little Chester.
guy.
Is that a dog or a
Yeah.
cat? It's a dog.
It's a dog. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
And you live in the city
I
now,
live in
right?
the city. Yeah,
And your parents
I'm on
live in
the east
Brooklyn,
side.
right?
My parents are
Long
Long
Island,
Islands, yeah,
Long Island.
Massapequa.
Yeah.
My dad
Never
lived
been.
in really.
Never been along.
My dad was raised in Mill Basin.
Oh, okay.
A lot of friends in Howard Beach
Yep.
where you're from.
Yeah. Well, Mill Basin is like the Brooklyn Howard Beach.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the same
15
thing.
minutes away.
Right. So we know a lot of people from Mill Basin.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's but it's the
a small
neighborhoods are
world, we're all
changing.
connected.
You know, I wish that there would be more Italians coming into the
it's
neighborhoods
hard,
again.
yeah.
You know, everybody
Well,
moves
start having
away.
some more babies.
I'm telling my kids they better start hurry up. What are you doing here?
Have some more babies.
My daughter's
then.
34. I'm like, all right, you're getting married. I said, you better have a kid quick. I said, you need to start repopulating.
Oh, you can't
us."
pressure them though. When they're ready, you're gonna have a great grandchild.
I
A
can't
great,
believe it.
wonderful grandchild, not a great
Yeah.
grandchild. I'm like, wait, did that just come out like that?
Right,
a
wonderful.
beautiful grandchild.
I can't even believe that I'm actually going to be somebody's grandmother soon. That's nuts. It's
No.
crazy. It's crazy, but I'm excited. I'm ready to be a grandma. I want to be a grandma, but I'm not ready to stay home yet with those kids.
You don't have to. You got all
like,
this
dude,
going on.
like,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah, you
watch.
You got way too much going on.
I got too much going on right now, so and I'm probably gonna want to watch my grandkids all the time. But
I feel like that's how my mom is,
Yeah.
and she's always like, do things at your pace. She wasn't raised as independently as I am, so I went off and
Yeah,
I
you're
started
very
working at a
independent.
young age. So she always wanted that for me. Don't settle for the wrong person. Don't settle for mediocre.
That's right.
But I think when it's time, she'll be very happy to raise
Yeah.
grandchildren, and why leave them with the nanny when you have somebody
That's right.
Stay at home. That's
Absolutely.
wonderful. It's great that we have the availability to do that. But my dad just retired, and he's like, I'll kill you if one of them gets pregnant right now.
No way, really. He wants to
because he
enjoy
wants to
his
enjoy
retirement.
his
Yep.
retirement,
That's it.
So you have a little time.
Yeah.
So, but you're only 31, so you still have a couple more years to play around.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you
young,
do.
baby.
You're still young. Like I said, I got shoes older than you. I do. It's
Wow.
yeah. I can't believe. Yeah, my oldest is 34, so it's like you're in that realm. I can't believe
yeah.
that.
That range, I
I
guess.
can't believe
yeah,
I have a
can't.
34-year-old.
The ages I used to think were old are not old anymore. Like
No, they're
No.
not.
70.
Yeah.
No, it's not old, and that's close in our grips right now, Nicole.
I know
Isn't
it
that
is.
sad?
Do you have to really remind me
I gotta
right
be
now?
60 in 5 years. That's freaking scary shit, man.
Stop
I got
it.
an
That's all
AARP card in the mail the other day.
I think, somebody at my job was telling me they got one too. They're like, they sent it to the minute.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I was
You
like,
don't have
this
to worry
isn't-
about that for a while.
This isn't
Brielle.
addressed to me.
So what do you? So besides, I mean, you have a great job. What else do you do, like for fun? Like,
For
what are
fun?
your
Oh, gosh.
hobbies? I mean,
I always took an interest in weather. Never went back to school for meteorology, but I used to sit glued to the Weather Channel,
she's
watching
young.
all the storm chasers and Jim Cantori, Stephanie Abrams, Mike Bettis, like obsessed with them. And now I'm friends with them because we're
That's
all in the same
amazing.
industry.
So
That's
great.
amazing.
Yeah, so I would stare at like the Doppler radar. Even like when I'm in middle school, my mom's like, "Why is this chick
Oh,
watching
she's
the TV
definitely,
like that?"
you're definitely going to do it one
You're
day.
definitely going to be a meteorologist.
I love working out, running. I usually do ClassPass. I see what's on there. Barry's. I got into Pilates recently because
Me
I
too.
somehow tore a hip labrum,
Yeah.
which is like the cartilage around your hip. So,
Yep.
and I'm not even a marathon runner. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 miles. Somehow,
Yeah.
I think it's going up and down all the concrete in the city and
Yeah,
excuse me,
it
gotta get
probably is.
through. Something happened and I felt the pain and I had to take off one day. I was like, I got to get this MRI and trust my gut.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you
That's what it
enjoy
is.
running for your mental health,
yeah, it's great. You
Continue.
just throw you throw a song on, physical therapy, resistance bands to
Yep.
get that muscle I guess the area around it has to get stronger. It'll never technically heal, but at least it's not the bone.
I
Thank
love
God.
that she
Yeah.
enjoys working out.
No,
One of
well,
the
look at
things
her.
I would
She's got
I know
a
she's
beautiful body.
She's
I
got
mean,
great
she's-
legs.
she's
Yeah,
got
except they don't
legs.
reach the floor.
Yeah, that's all right. Put shoes on for that. Put a nice pair of heels.
I know.
They'll reach.
You know what? I was going to wear them. I'm like, I walked here. I'll just wear the slides.
No, but you look
Primark
great.
Slides.
I love what. Listen,
Walk
flats
with a
are my
weighted
favorite.
vest.
Oh, that's smart.
Walk with a weighted
They
vest.
say even the treadmill on incline.
Perfect.
Yeah.
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 Perfect.
And that so work. I mean, we were talking about working out. I'm gonna
Four
start.
times already.
I know, Nicole.
4 times already.
I
Every
gotta
single
make this
podcast
one.
today, working out.
Well,
They're
a little
talking
bit.
about me that I gotta
I
work
throw
out.
it in
It's
a
like,
little.
what do what are your hobbies? If somebody's going to say something to,
Yeah.
to
I
that
throw it
extent.
in.
But she
Even walking
throws it
through
in.
the city on a summer day, I'm like, all right, my destination is the gelateria downtown. All right, I'll put in 4 miles. I'll walk
you
all
walk.
the way down there, and then I'll treat myself to the ice cream.
But I
Is
love
it, is
to
it
walk.
your favorite
though.
one?
There's so many of them.
So many gelato
Gentile is
places.
good. Real Muto. They just opened one on the Upper East Side.
Yes, yes. I just went there
Vigo,
with
yeah.
Catherine Narducci.
Uh-huh.
Me and her right there.
We had-
and you could put every flavor on it, right?
Oh, I gotta go.
We
It's
had
so good.
what do they call them? Like Subway deserts. We had a gelato desert up here. The closest thing in this area I felt like was Anita, which
Yeah.
is Israeli. It's still cool flavors, but it's not
Okay.
an Italian gelato.
No,
you know?
no.
Yeah, and now they have a couple back up here now, but that
Yeah,
new one is
just
really
like,
good on the
oh, I
Upper
wanna
East
go.
Side.
You're
it's
killing
good.
me.
You literally can take a scoop of every flavor in there if you want it,
And
I
it's small, but they do it. They do it
so
right.
good.
Bravo.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
They make it look like a rose. It's like they do it flat, and then they
that's so
they
And then it's like, all right, they say you want a small, but the small is really a large because they just
pack it on.
pack it on
Yeah.
with
It's
so much ice
crazy.
cream. And then it's melting off, and I'm like, oh my god.
I was
gotta
getting
wipe
brain
the
freeze
sides.
trying
Yeah.
to lick it off. I'm like this. I'm sitting in the middle of the street like this. I'm going Catherine my head. But
What
like,
are your go-to flavors?
I love pistachio, of course. You gotta have it. You gotta have a chocolate flavor, so
Yeah.
Nutella. I love chocolate. I like the chocolate chip or the stracciatella when they do it.
Stracciatella.
Pick like my 3 favorites.
Delicious.
Nocciola, pistachio, and stracciatella. I'd
Yeah,
say.
yeah, I love that.
Did you hear she had to throw that in?
Yeah.
It's the proper Italian.
proper way.
love it.
I know.
I just don't. Sometimes the way I hear it pronounced, you know.
No,
People
it's
say,
killing-
Like,
I love it.
The
It's
way I'm
killer.
saying
Rob.
it's killing your
Yeah.
ears.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love that. See, that's why I have to learn. I have to learn because I gotta.
right.
Because I have such a harsh Brooklyn accent, and I have. And when you
Well, you're-
speak Italian, it's like singing.
Duolingo.
Oh, Duolingo, yeah, but then again, when it comes to like, it's like you need real life experience. You have to just speak to a real
Conversation.
Italian.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call you up too. Is that okay? And you
Yeah,
can talk to me
Rosella's
for like
a lot
10
better
minutes.
than me, but
Just
I'll talk to
conversational.
Rosella. I'll just be like, Briella, can you just talk to me for 10 minutes in Italian? I'm gonna call every
Conversational.
Italian friend that I have that speaks, and I'm just gonna have them talk to me 10 minutes a
it.
day. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
We could do that. We could write it to
Pick
each
up
other. So I
words,
learn
and
it.
by the time you go
Oh,
there, you'll
that's
be an
even
expert.
harder to write.
I know.
You'll
I
learn.
don't care
You'll
about
pick up
writing
things
it.
when you're in Italy because you'll have no choice.
I know. I'll have to learn.
Phrases.
And everybody tells me that. They're like, you go to Italy, if you're there for like, well, I wish I could take off for a month and
Yeah.
go to Italy. That would be nice. But I really can't leave my business that long. But
course.
if you could, that's probably the easiest way to do it. But when I am there for that time, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
try.
you know, you say one word and then everyone's like, "Oh, great, she speaks," and they start flying. You got to slow down a
I'm
little
like,
bit.
please, I'm like, what'd you say?
And there's different accents, but again, a lot of the big cities are, especially.
How about the
in northern
news in Italy?
You know
Can
what?
you even understand them?
Some of it,
You could?
yeah, some of
Okay.
it. Again, if it's like proper Italian, and they
Yeah.
do mostly on the big channels. Rai is their
Oh, yeah.
big station there. I follow actually a lot of the Instagram accounts to check up what's going on there, and it's
Yeah.
funny because they post about American politics.
Yeah.
Why
the
does
time.
everybody
All the
post
time.
about American
Yep.
politics?
Isn't it crazy?
Because you know what? It's ridiculous.
Well, it's very
what goes-
opinionated over in
Oh
Europe,
my!
too.
I know, but they should just mind their business. Like we don't talk about their politics.
Yeah.
We should just stay out.
Right.
We should just stay out of everything. That's what I
agree.
believe. I think we need to worry about what's going on in the
It's funny
homeland.
for them. It's comical, and every time we go there, they ask questions. They're like, "Oh, what about this clown and that person?" And
Yeah.
they're really interested.
Yeah. But meanwhile, they have the biggest clowns that are running their
forget
countries.
about it.
But I do like the new Italian, what is it, Prime Minister?
Georgia Meloni.
woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's cute. I like her.
Yeah, so do I.
I do. I like her a lot. She's good, you know. But I don't know. But it seems to be. But you do get more accurate news about our politics in other countries.
Yeah, because there's no spin
No,
as much.
there's
They're
no
just reporting
spin.
what
They're
happens,
just-
but
right.
depends what publication you look out here. You know,
That's right.
Because it's either right or left. There's no mid. There's no true. It's like I feel like they've lost true journalism. Like, just report it. Stop putting your own spin on it.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that's
the problem
it.
sometimes in the fields too. It's like if you're on politics, you've got to stay straight in the middle.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
'Cause
that's
I'll
what
get messages on Instagram like, "Oh,
Really?
you crazy MAGA head," or sometimes, "Oh, what are you, a liberal now?" I'm like, "I'm just doing the news. I'm doing
Right,
my
that's
job,
it.
Baby.
I'm earning my dollar."
Oh
have so
God.
much to
Do
say
you
about
like to? Do you like to do the news? I mean, when you're doing it.
It keeps me busy for
Yeah.
sure. The schedule is tough with the early mornings, but it's nice in the summer when you get a whole day to,
Whole
you know,
day.
we get home at 9, 10 o'clock a.m. and then
And your whole day's off.
you have, make whatever doctor's
Laundry,
appointments.
gym,
Yeah.
make
Sit on
plans,
my roof and
lunch.
tan, lunch, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so what do you think with Diddy's case? Let's talk. Let's finish it off
Oh,
with that. What do
right.
you
With
think?
Diddy's case, well, the jury's deliberating. Obviously, that started today.
Yep.
I think the easiest thing they can get him on, because there's a few counts. There's racketeering. Then there's a sex trafficking, which they actually, the jury has to prove that he coerced these women against their will to sleep with him.
Right.
And at the
That's
end of the
kinda
day,
hard to
it's how do you
prove.
prove that?
How do you
Because they did it. There were texts that show that they wanted to be involved. And then it's like, well, some women stay because they feel trapped. So then you had a psychologist come in on the prosecution's behalf trying to testify saying, you know, she was abused and she was stuck. But to say that they were trafficked, it's going to be hard.
It's going to be hard.
Racketeering, they've got to prove at least 2 crimes, 2 criminal activities, like when they were trying to prove that he blew up Kid Cudi, the rapper's car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A police report was never filed, so that's out the window.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think they got him on drugs and guns because they
Yeah.
raided his house for everything.
Right.
The easiest is going to be, I think, transportation to engage in prostitution, which all they
Right.
have to prove is that they flew an escort across state lines.
That's
They've
it.
got
And
the
that was
escort
it.
that testified, they have the credit card transactions, and they have the flight stubs from LA to New York.
Yeah.
So I
it's-
think, and that's a maximum of 10 years. So if he only gets that, he might get off.
Yeah, he might get off.
Watch after this, we get a notification that they came to a verdict and like everything I said was wrong.
Yeah.
That's just my input and from hearing from lawyers. I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a legal expert, but it's interesting because it's like something I never had an interest in.
Right.
Yeah.
Like law. I
Yeah.
took one media law class and all the questions were like A, B, and C. All
Right.
the above, none of
Yeah.
the above. I'm like,
Yeah.
this sucks.
And law is so much more intertwined. There's so many
Yeah.
things with law because you have to, the burden of proof is so, it's hard to have a burden of
Innocent
proof.
until proven
Right,
guilty.
that's
So
it.
if there's one juror that doesn't agree,
That's it. You're done.
look, they,
That's
yeah.
it. All you
mistrial.
need is one, and that's it. You or hung jury. I mean, you know, and then you can't trial
Yeah.
the same. You can't try the same case twice. You have to find other charges to do it.
Right,
Unless it's a
exactly.
mistrial and they
And
throw it
depends
out.
on who the jurors are. Were
Yeah.
any of them, you know, in similar situations? Were any of them fans of his? That
Right.
makes it a
That's
little
right.
bit skewed. How do you find somebody that is completely impartial, who does
Who
not
doesn't know who he is?
is?
Because either people like him or hate his guts.
Yeah.
It's
Listen,
very
at the end
hard.
of the day, they proved he's a horrible person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Yeah.
defense even said this man is a domestic abuser.
Right.
But does it
Yeah.
mean he's guilty of federal crimes?
Right. He could be the biggest jerk off on the earth, but
Yeah,
it
but
doesn't
he's
mean is
on a
he
federal trial,
guilty
right.
of what he's guilty of.
Right.
To prove that, it's hard.
Yeah.
But do I think he deserves to go to jail? I mean, I have to say. I mean, obviously, him beating her up in the hallway, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was
Terrible.
disgusting.
Listen, she got remarried. She just had her third
Yeah,
kid.
thank
and her
God.
husband having to sit through the testimony.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I
that-
can't having to
see those
just
videos.
listen
I
of
can't
her
imagine.
Yeah.
and having sex with all those men. But you know what? I have to say, and I don't want to sound because I'm going to get killed by the feminists here, but I'm going to say in the Me Too movement. If you are walking into that situation as a woman, I am sorry, you know what's gonna happen. You can't put yourself in that situation.
you can't.
This is what's gonna happen. Same thing with Harvey Weinstein. You had the chance to stay in that office or leave.
Yeah.
You wanted to be famous, you
that's
did
what it
it.
was. And,
So
you
now
know,
you
like
can't
a
say,
one-hit
oh, woe
wonder.
is me now. Now that I'm famous, you can say, oh, woe is me. I was on Harvey. I had to
Like,
blow Harvey Weinstein. Well, guess
Trying
what
to
now?
get your career off the
Right,
ground
now,
goes with the
now you have a
repercussions.
career, and well, you have to blow Harvey Weinstein. I mean,
But then
that's
it's
it.
like, okay, well, I'm going to threaten to blackmail you. And maybe if she wanted to leave, guess what? I have your sex tapes. I
Right.
have, you know, I'm going to send this to your mother. At the one point, I think the mother or the father had to pay like certain, he wanted 50 grand. And it's like, you have a lot of money. 50 grand for what? Just so he wouldn't release.
Because it was about power.
Yeah,
that was what it was.
Power, influence, wealth.
It was about power and wealth. And you know what? But Sid had just had him on Harvey Weinstein on his show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't listen to the whole interview. And then me and Sid are fighting, and his wife is a lawyer. And he's like, come on, Sid. Like, really? You don't think he's got, so I'm like, Sid, come on. I said,
I think they got him convicted only on what, one count?
One count. But
then he's got a case in California.
Yeah. But you know what? The point is, again, they can't convict you for somebody who willingly did what they did. Like, you can't, even if it was 100,000% wrong, they consented to it and they did it, and that's it. And if you didn't want to do it, you could have walked out the door.
That's right.
So I don't feel bad for them. I don't want to hear less. Is it screwed up that he did it? Obviously, but you know what? You did it anyway. So what are you going to do now? Cry over it? Like, that's the way I look at it.
That's why the sex trafficking count for him is going to be really hard, because there's texts from her being like, "Yeah, I can't wait to do a freak off."
Oh my God.
I know. But you know what? They could talk about, it's going to be hard.
I can't imagine being in that room, those jurors, like,
oh my God.
Is it going to be a quick verdict? I don't know how the hell somebody's life is in your hands.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to take a long time for them to get the verdict. So we'll see what happens. Let's see if we're right, Brielle.
Anyway, that's my input.
That's a good one. It's a good one. It was a
never
good
been
one.
this well versed on a topic in my life. I've been down there so much.
Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you
So he comes in because he's an MDC, Metropolitan Detention.
Which is a horrible place.
With Luigi Mangione.
Yeah.
Who else is in there right now?
My God.
Those other two brothers.
Yeah. Frankie Gotti and John Gotti's in there.
They bring him underground.
Yeah,
They do.
Certain people that testified, Kanye West walked in one day right through the front door. I'm like,
wow,
of
yeah.
all people.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi, the rapper, walked through the front door. I think Cassie went through a private entrance. There's all sorts of entrances. They try to sneak people in.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the family comes through the front every day. It's like we know when the mother's going to arrive. It's 8:30 on the button with whatever wig or outfit she's in, and then everyone just feel bad for the family.
Sure.
These daughters didn't sign up for this, and you see them getting out of the car, and they actually left after the first or second day of testimony.
Wow.
And only came back now because it's the end of the trial.
That's it.
Yeah.
And the publicist is saying, oh, well, they had things to attend to. They had graduation. I'm like, yeah, but they couldn't sit through that.
No, they couldn't listen to. I mean, it has to be hard to sit and listen to that. As a parent, it's horrible.
They're praying, in there today in the courtroom. I feel for them, because who knows if they knew he was doing.
That's it.
This.
It's terrible. Well, we'll see. Let's see what happens.
Stay tuned.
So tell everybody where they can find you.
Like Instagram handles, on Fox 5,
whatever. All of it.
5 to 9 a.m.
5 to 9 a.m., the
If
nice
you're up that
early.
early, I really hope you're not. If I could sleep in, I would give anything to sleep in again. Now on the weekends, I even wake myself up at weird hours. What is that? I think my handle is on Instagram is Briella Tomassetti. You can find me in the city walking around. You can find me on Long Island with my dog. I'll have an ice cream in my hand.
Frescoes on Friday
night. There you go.
Frescoes Friday night.
We don't want to give away too much. Well, it was so great to have you on. You're lovely. You're a great guest. I hope you come back again one day.
Of course. I got to you can get the whole Tomassetti family on. That's a real riot.
Oh my God, I would love that. I would totally love that.
Yeah.
Especially your brother.
You might need to go for mental health counseling after.
I love that.
I would love to meet them. I would love to have them
Oh
on.
yeah, it's entertaining.
Well,
Funny house.
you're entertaining. You're lovely.
Beautiful.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
gorgeous girl. Right?
And thank you.
It goes by so quick,
Yeah, it
when the
does.
time is just
Right? It was
we're
fast.
so invested in talking about all these different things.
It's good. See how we just flow.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
see?
Thank you.
And thank you, Nicole, for coming in
thank
today.
you
You
for
did
having me.
You guys are
fabulous.
yin and yang.
No, this was really great.
She's
today
my
with you. Thank
special
you.
guest today. Thank you so much.
Oh,
You
You're
did
not
great.
here every time.
No, I'm not here every time.
I have a special
I came
guest.
from dead Jersey.
So you know what it is?
lucky
It's
today.
Catherine Narducci usually does it with me. So
Okay.
she's
Yes.
been doing other stuff this
Okay.
summer.
Because
so
she's very busy.
She's
and I am
busy,
not.
so I'm getting I like to have my co-host with me now, which is nice. Rosella. We
Yeah,
have
no,
a
this
lot.
is so
So it's good.
great.
So yeah, so maybe you could co-host with me one day if you
special
can. That would
guest.
be fun.
You know what? Because you bounce ideas off of one
Yeah,
another.
it's good. It's
Something
good.
you forget
Yeah.
to ask, you chime in.
That's it.
Bring different flavors.
Yep.
Like
We have different
Like,
flavors.
we're flavors.
Versatile.
Yeah, we're definitely flavorful.
Sriracha- exactly.
We're definitely flavorful. Well, thank you
for
again,
having
Brielle,
me.
for
This
coming.
is so fun.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And make sure you follow us YouTube, Apple, Spotify. We have an Instagram, TikTok. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.